Hey everyone, Jeff Policio here with Allied Insight, and today we're going to talk about steps that you can take for a successful automation implementation. As always, if you find the information helpful and think others in your network would benefit from it, don't forget to like, share, and follow. Also, if there's a topic you want us to cover, just leave a comment below. So as of lately, automation, digitization, experience management, they've all really been topic of conversation at this point. I want to talk to you briefly with regards to 4 areas that you could focus on that will help any automation plan go through a little bit more successfully. The first place that you'd want to start is communication, and that communication has to be initiated from the top. Make sure that your leadership team is involved and that your leadership team is the one that is communicating with the organization to let them know that this is a priority that is company-wide and that it's an initiative that they're going to be taking seriously, that they'll be monitoring, and that they'll be pushing forward over the next year or whatever the timeline is that you'd like to implement. Once you've established a really strong communication from the leadership side, then it can get supported from management teams further down the line, like operations and marketing. Next is evaluation. You're going to want to take a look and see what the process looks like today. Do this in an anonymous fashion. If people inside know that you're shopping the staffing agency, they'll be more prone to acting on their best behavior, which will give you false positives. What you want to understand is, what is the candidate or the client, what are they experiencing as they interact with your brand today? So for that, go through and do your evaluation anonymously and measure what's working and what's not. Take that back and look at your process that you train on, look at your best practices, look at what's actually happening, and look at your client and candidate journeys, and you'll start to be able to understand what things can get massaged into automation and which things maybe need to get retrained, and perhaps certain items that just were never meant to be. Next is education. Now that you have all these processes in place, now it's time to take it back to the front line. Make sure that they're aware of what the evaluation found and bring them up to speed on what the expectations are per their role. They may be completely unaware. Training may have happened a long time ago. Maybe they missed the class entirely. Who knows? This is a really good opportunity though to baseline everyone, put them all on the same playing field, and make sure that you're executing flawlessly going forward. Last is implementation. Everyone's been communicated to, your evaluation is complete, you have all your research done, and you've educated your front line. Now it's just a matter of understanding what your resources do. If you're operating out of an ATS, an applicant tracking system, as your hub, then go to your applicant tracking system and understand what automated options you have right out of the box. If a CRM happens to be the center of your hub, you would do the same thing there. Once you've exhausted those resources from your main hub, then you would look at marketplace partners to allow augmentation and customization to whatever your tech stack is to provide you the resource or the tool or the technology that you need to push forward the remaining portions of your automation. As a pro tip, I will highly recommend always start where the information is the most accurate. So when people fill out a form, that's the most accurate information you have. So if they filled out an application or if they filled out a contact form, you could basically go from there and kind of work your way out. The other area that you could focus on internally would be something like a start record. We know that those things are going to be very accurate. The hiring manager and the candidate, they both need something done. The recruiter and the salesperson also want to get paid. You collectively have everybody pointed in the right direction. So from there, I would start with a start record, and you can do things the day of, the day before, the day after, and start getting some feedback loops in place, as well as start asking for additional input, getting referrals, or even looking for advocacy. If you're looking to build out automation at your staffing agency and looking for a little bit of hand in how you can go through and make sure that you have the right steps in place in order to be successful, go to our website, alliedinsight.com, and reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to jump on a call and see what we can do to give you a hand.